Greetings, YouTube. Sébastien Allard has asked me a question. And that question is, does system matter? Does the system you use matter for the game you play? Now, as everyone who watches my channel knows, I'm a big fan of D20. But I could run D&D with Harp without a problem. I'm sure that the gentleman could probably do it with World of Darkness. Tim, from over on Samwise 7, could do it with Barbarians of Lemuria. Any number of competent GMs could run a decent D&D campaign with a system other than D20. I could run Cyberpunk or Gamma World with the Mutant Epoch. I could run a good science fiction campaign with the D20 version of Star Wars. Just file off the Star Wars numbers. System can matter, but system isn't always the ballywick that people make it to be. For example, GURPS 2nd edition, I would never use that for supers. But I've heard that GURPS 4th edition can not only do supers, it can do everything else under the sun, including scratch your back. So I haven't had an opportunity to read GURPS 4th edition. Maybe it actually can do what people say it can. I guess I'm going to find out when I get around to reading it. But on a related note, I've been having a certain experience in the last couple of weeks, and it's shown me that system can divide us. I'm not a fan of the OSR movement, the old school revival. I played the old school games because at the time it's all we had. And when systems came around that I thought were more complete and more technically developed, I hopped on board them in a heartbeat and forgot all the stuff behind me. Now I still read Grognardia, it's a blog, because he talks about old school games and I have a certain nostalgic like for the old school memories, even if I don't want to play the games themselves. And occasionally I do stumble upon a product that I am interested in. For example, Thousand Suns. I picked it up because of that blog. But I've been getting a vibe from people that because I don't like the old school revival, because I'm not part of it, I'm less of a gamer. And as my review of Microscope has shown, I apparently am not a big fan of the new indie generation of games, because I don't even consider Microscope to be a game. I consider it to be an acting exercise, which is fine if you want to use an acting exercise. I don't. So I'm not apparently part of the old school revival, and I'm not apparently part of the new school of gaming. And I'm getting the feeling that makes me the excluded middle. Someone pointed out to me in the last week or so that I'm a person that likes structure in my games, and I would have to agree with that. I want a solid foundation from me and my game to stand on, because I see the OSR games as very much built on memories, and apparently the indie games are built on dreams. And being the stodgy old dwarf that I am, I want stone. So I'm not really sure where that leaves me anymore. Am I even still part of the hobby? Or will I'm just going to be swept into the dustbin of gaming history?